Hello again, and you're very welcome to another edition of Fashion and Lifestyle. I'm Angie Sutherland, and coming up on the programme this week, I'll be talking to Jennifer Rinn from Jennifer Rinn Designs and Anita Brady, who recently won the Face of Ireland competition. If there's anything you'd like us to feature on the programme, you can email us at drumlinmedia@gmail.com. That email address again is drumlinmedia@gmail.com. So back to tonight, and I'm delighted to be joined in the studio now by Jennifer Rinn from Jennifer Rinn Designs. Jennifer, thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.
So you make hats and fascinators and all wonderful fancy things like that, and you've brought some in which we'll have a look at in a minute. How did you get into that kind of work?
I suppose I started to go to the racing festivals like the Galway races and the Dublin Horse Show and things like that with my friends, and completely fell in love with all the hats and the different sizes and shapes and everything that was there. And then just one February I just decided to start taking millinery classes and to go into it, and it was more so just something to do as a hobby, and it kind of eventually turned into a business. So
great, okay. And where are you based? Where do you make the hats from?
So I'm based basically between Leitrim and Dublin. I've got a studio in both places. So I make the hats mainly in Leitrim, but I have my studio in Dublin where I can meet customers as well. So.
Great. And where do you get the inspiration for the hats from? Is it your own imagination, or do you keep an eye out on what's in style?
Yeah, it's a bit of everything. I kind of, if I go shopping, I fall in love with something, and I put it together, and it's, I don't know, something happens when I start making hats, and it just comes together. And they generally, completely fall in love with pearls and flowers and bright colours and things like that. So
great. And we might just have a look at some of the hats that you've brought in today to show us. Yeah. So that looks like a lovely big ostentatious creation. So tell us, how did you make that one now from scratch?
So this one here, it's actually a Thai silk in a lovely rich raspberry colour. And basically I use a wooden block to mould.
Yeah, just hold it like that. Yeah.
Let you hold it, to get the mould or to get the shape of it. And then in the middle you've got like hundreds of little bubbling pearls, and then kind of an elaborate green feather then across the top. Okay,
this is lovely. Yeah. And why do you put this then underneath? Is that just for show, or?
Yeah, it's really for the base,
extra?
And I suppose it gives that illusion that the pearls are kind of going the whole way through.
And that one's quite heavy.
Yeah,
it's a little bit heavy.
Yeah,
Let me just see how this looks now. I don't even know if I have it on the right way around or not, but nice, yeah. I think I'll keep that one.
Yeah, it's yours.
For my next day at the races. That's lovely. And how long now typically would it take you to make something like that?
This particular one took days. The pearls are quite tedious. There's millions of them. They're all hand sewn on, literally one by one. So there's quite a lot of work in it.
So each one of these you have to sew on to the material one by one. So it's very sort of labour intensive.
It is. This one I made actually for a competition. There was a millinery competition which was taking place. Brendan Courtney from Off the Rails was hosting the competition. So
great. Okay, that's the one at the Tipperary races.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So tell us a little bit about that.
So basically, he was running the competition. There was 5 different people who were going to be chosen, one at each heat. And at the Tipperary races I won that particular heat. The final took place at the Dublin Horse Show. So Philip Tracy was the judge on the day, so it was a huge event.
Brilliant. Yeah. Okay, so you got to meet Brendan Courtney and got to meet him, and he saw some of your designs, so that was a great opportunity for you.
It was. He's very encouraging, very inspirational as well. So
brilliant. Okay, so you won that heat. And we'll have a look at something else now that you have. This is a cute little one.
Bright, colourful ones.
Yeah. So again, I see what you mean about the pearls. Jennifer's big into her pearls.
Yeah.
This is cute. So that's a nice light one, because that other one is quite a heavy one.
It is. Yeah. It's quite the statement piece. Yeah. This is for, I suppose,
cute.
If you're don't want anything too crazy, maybe if you're going to a wedding or whatever, it's a nice size, a nice.
Yeah, and I presume that's simpler and quicker to make for you as well. Because
yes, it would be a lot less pearls as well.
Yeah. So. And what sort of price would this one be?
That one there is roughly around €90 or so.
About 90.
Yeah.
And how much was the big one that we saw first?
That one there is about 250 or so. In general, my price range would kind of be 75 to €80 up to about 150, and then there's kind of more crazy elaborate pieces like the large raspberry one, which would be a little bit more.
Okay, let's have a look.
That one there is
something similar to the last one, a little bit.
Yeah,
that's nice colour.
Yes, it's kind of your classic nude, you know, with a little bit of the vintage lace.
Yeah.
Put in as well. So.
Yeah, matches the outfit, I think.
Yeah.
Could be holding on to that one as well, I think. Yeah. And why do people want these? Is it for weddings? Is it for races?
Yeah, I suppose it's mainly weddings, like mother of the bride, even the brides, and obviously guests at the wedding as well.
Right. Would you do specific bridal ones in white?
Yeah,
People want that.
and I mainly work with bespoke design, so creating a headpiece to perfectly match your outfit. I do have like my ready to wear collection as well, like these pieces which are made and are obviously available to buy. But
yeah, I like this one. I love the brown. I think it's nice. It's a nice sort of autumnal colours as well in that one.
It's true. The nude and the neutral colours always work well.
And you've got a nice black and white one there, I see as well.
Kind of a little crazy bird on top as well.
Oh, this is a nice unusual one. So we've got a little
it's a quirky
bird.
Piece, so,
yeah, that's cute. And what sort of price would this one be?
That one again would be about 90 to 100 euro.
Okay. And where do your customers come from? Is it people that you know, or is it people that have heard about you?
Yeah, when I started the business, it was kind of like local people, through Facebook and word of mouth. And now it's gotten much bigger. It's very much all over Ireland. I have a lot of customers kind of down the south, particularly after the Tipperary races, and even Northern Ireland as well. And just recently I've been getting quite a few mail orders for Australia, and one lady from Dubai as well. So
brilliant.
It's been very good.
Yeah, the power of the internet. Everybody knows about you all over the world. That's great.
Yeah.
And wedding fairs, fashion shows, do you exhibit at that kind of thing?
Yeah, the wedding fairs, I've done ones in the RDS and also some local wedding fairs in Lochran Castle and places like that. And then fashion shows, there's a lot of local ones on just for supporting GAA clubs and different charities and things like that. So
and you've done the wedding fair in Lochran, I think, as well.
Yes, yeah, yeah, that was brilliant. It was Belton wedding fairs.
Great. And do you find that you get a lot of business from being out at these events, meeting people?
Yeah, definitely, because a lot of the people going to these are they're planning in advance. They're it's the bride or the mother of the bride, and they may not even have their outfit yet, but it's just to get your name in there beforehand. And it's definitely
So we'll have a look at some more of the ones. I see more pearls coming.
Yeah.
Definitely a fan of the pearls, Jennifer. Oh, this looks like a nice big intricate one.
So this would be kind of one of my
most
popular bridal pieces.
Oh yeah, that's lovely.
So it's kind of got that vintage birdcage veiling.
So this would be a bridal.
It would be,
headpiece.
I mean, you can wear it obviously for another occasion as well, but in general it's a bridal piece.
So it's nice. Again, it's lightweight, easy to wear. It's almost like vintage.
Yes, it is, and it's comfortable to wear, particularly for a bridal for a long period of time as well.
And what sort of price would this one be? Something like this one?
That one there is about 200 or so.
Okay, so again the pearls, and you would stitch those on yourself and then just add on the net then afterwards.
At the end,
Okay.
It's true.
And you have another nice large one there I see in the box.
So yeah, this is again coat.
Box of tricks.
The box of tricks down here.
It's a good big box anyway. You needed to carry all these. Now tell us about this one. This is a very sort of ostentatious one.
Yeah, kind of.
Paul Cox would like this one.
That one there, I suppose for me it's perfect for the race and festivals. I think at races you can always go a bit quirkier, a bit crazier than the normal occasions.
The band back. So tell us a little bit about it then. You've got the
as well. Yeah.
I know it won't sit like that, so that's why I'm just leaving it on the top. So talk us through this. You've got the pearls.
Yeah, so you've got the pearl trim along the edge, and then it's a traditional millinery fabric called cinema, and it's got the little swirls with the colourful butterflies and the bright flowers and things like that as well.
And what's cinema? What is that actually made of?
It's actually a banana fibre, so it's just easy for moulding into shape and getting different shapes in that for millinery. So it's. And
is it easy to get this sort of fabric?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I buy most of my stuff online. It's not that readily available in Ireland, but there is some shops that would have a small selection of the colours and things like that.
Yeah. And then the flowers?
Yeah, the flowers I kind of pick up as I go along. There's loads of lovely flower boutiques and things like that, which you can pick up beautiful, colourful ones and quite lifelike ones as
flowers. Well. Okay. And is that something that was made to order, or was that just one of your own
That one there was one of my own that I kind of went crazy on one day, and it all came together. But I have done another one like that for another lady, and it was beautiful as well. She went for different coloured flowers just to match the colours in her outfit as well. So.
Right, and how long did that one take you to make?
That one there, again, once there's pearls in it, it takes a little bit of time, but a few hours, a couple of hours.
A couple of hours, that's all?
Yeah, well, I'm going to say maybe like 10 hours. So
okay, right, okay. So you're talking at least a day or two anyway to sort of finish it all off. Yeah. And again, price on this one, Jennifer, what sort of money are you looking at for something like that?
That one there is around 180 or so.
Right.
I suppose some of these pieces are the more kind of detailed, elaborate pieces that I brought. So.
Yeah. And is all this done by hand?
Yeah.
They're all made by
every
hand.
Bit of it is done by hand. Yeah.
Right, so they're all custom made. Would you make like 2 of these or 3 of the bridal one, or are they just one-offs?
In general, they're one-offs. For something like this one here, you know, a lady may come along and want that, but maybe doesn't want purple butterflies. She'd prefer blue ones, or you know, something a little bit different. In general, they're just one-off pieces. They're not something that's mass-produced or anything like that.
And tell us about Brendan Courtney.
Yeah.
From a fashion icon point of view. What was that like, meeting him?
It was really good. He's a lovely guy. He's very quirky, full of energy, and he's very inspirational, I have to say, and he's very encouraging as well for all the young milliners and all the young people kind of trying to.
And then the final of that competition took place at the RDS Horse Show.
Yes, it did.
Right.
Yeah. And Philip Tracy judged the winner of the competition.
Right. Have you met him, Philip Tracy?
No, never. I visited his boutique in London, but I've never actually met him in person.
Yeah,
so.
because I mean he does exceptionally well. I mean he designs for the royal family and everything in England. So
he's amazing.
So is that what you're hoping to aspire to, Jennifer?
Yes.
Today, Leitrim. Next week, maybe next year, the royal wedding.
I'd love to. I mean, I'd love to make a headpiece for Kate Middleton. I think that's the ultimate dream.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe one day.
Yeah, exactly. So then, how do people contact you if they want to get in touch, or they have something they want you to make, or they want to see what you have available?
Yeah. So basically, on my website, which is jenniferin.com, all my contact details are there. But again, it's generally by email or by phone, either or.
Okay, and your website is actually behind you on screen, so it's Jennifer Rin Designs.
Yes, jenniferin.com.
jenniferin.com.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, Jennifer, best of luck. Thanks for coming in and bringing us in.
Thank you very
and
much.
which one do I get to keep? I like this
You can
one.
have a choice.
I like this one. I like the brown. I like this one. Cute. Easy to wear, lightweight, easy to wear. That's what you want. Jennifer, thanks very much for coming in, and the best of luck with your hats.
Thank you very much.
So we have to go to a quick commercial break now, but come back to us in a few minutes when I'll be talking to Anita Brady, who recently won the Face of Ireland competition. See you in a few minutes.
I'm Gavin Duffy, and I'm saying watch cavintv.com. It's a great opportunity to see some great programmes, and you can watch it all around the globe via the internet and on many platforms. I watch it myself. Great stuff.
Welcome back to Fashion and Lifestyle, and I'm delighted to have Anita Brady, who is the recently crowned Face of Ireland, in the studio with me. Anita, thanks for coming in.
Thanks very much for having me in, Angie.
So, you're a Drung lassie.
That's right, yeah, very proud to be from Drung.
Good woman. So how does a Drung woman become the Face of Ireland, or what is the Face of Ireland?
Well, Angie, the Face of Ireland is an ambassadorial role. The competition has been running for the last 6 years, and it was a search for a girl to represent Ireland on the local, national and the international stage for the year of 2013. And the final of the competition took place in Moran's Hotel, the Red Cow, on Saturday past. And there was 25 finalists in the competition, 32,000 applicants this year. And one of the big highlights of this year is going to be representing Ireland at the St. Patrick's Day Parade on New York, officially launching the parade there. So that it's huge. It's really brilliant competition.
Great. And how did you hear about it? How did you get involved?
I was in Washington DC during the summer, Auntie, interning at the Department of Education there, and really just once you go to America, like anyone with that Irish accent, once they hear it, the Americans just love it immediately, love you immediately. And I heard about the competition, heard about it being an ambassadorial role and how you could, go and represent your country. And I decided to enter, decided it might be something for me, and it definitely is and definitely was.
Great. And it's 6 years running, is
yes,
that what you said?
That's right.
And how many girls were in the competition?
There was 25 finalists on the night, 32,000 girls entered the competition. Wow. And it was whittled down then.
So from 32,000 it was whittled down to 25.
That's
and
right.
you won it.
Yeah,
wow.
Absolutely.
We are honoured to have this woman with us tonight. So what did you have to do? Tell us about the night. Did it happen before the night as well?
It did, yeah. So we met we met on the 2nd of September. We met all the girls, and we did this year in particular. They're focusing on looking for TV presenters and people who can go out there and really speak positively about Ireland, represent us in the best light that we can. On the actual day, we met on Saturday, and we had an interview with the judges firstly. Then we got up on stage. Angus McNally was comparing the night, and had a little interview with him, and then performed a talent, something that was relevant for us. I actually wrote a poem about my experiences in Washington during the summer, so that was great. To,
would you like to give us a verse or two?
Maybe
sure. Later in the interview.
Yeah, sure.
And who were the judges?
Judges were Debbie Allen of Q102. She often appears on TV3's Midday. Denise Smith from the Sunday World, she's a journalist at the Sunday World. John Jerome's Europe Car were a big sponsor of the Face of Ireland competition. And the final then, or the inaugural Face of Ireland winner the very first year was Jill Wallace. She was the final judge then as well.
Okay, so where was she from?
She was from County Fermanagh actually, so not too far
neighbours.
up the road. Yeah,
so you're the first Cavan girl that's won
That's
it.
right, yeah.
Brilliant.
Sorry, I'm the second Cavan girl that's won it. Heather McArdle, a girl from Curtill, won it 2 or 3 years ago, yeah.
Not far from
Yeah,
Drum.
no, not far at all.
Was there a little bit of collusion there by any chance?
No.
Did you talk to her before it or anything?
No, not at all. No. And I didn't actually get to meet Heather, but maybe in the future I'll get to meet her, and we'll share experiences.
Great.
Yeah,
so I know you've mentioned the St. Patrick's Day next year, the big one in New York, the main one. But what else do you have to do now as the Face of Ireland for the next year?
Well, Angie, it's really a role to represent Ireland locally, Cavan, Drung locally, Cavan, and Ireland nationally. I'll open up a wide range of opportunities and doors, obviously, which I hope to grab with two hands and really make the most of it, to publicise the businesses that we have, the tourism, to attract people to come to Ireland. I'm going to be doing some different events with the Gathering 2013, so it's a great year to be actually involved. And I'm doing different press events at the moment, interviews with the Sunday World and different things like that, which is absolutely amazing. Just
and I believe Sky are coming to Drum this weekend.
Yes, yeah,
tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, they're coming this Sunday actually at 3:00, and anyone who's watching this, we'd love you all to join us in Drum. They're coming to film my homecoming. So back to where it all began. And so they're coming out there at 3 to film friends and family, and you know, to see where I came from, see where the Face Ireland came from.
Great. And of course your own background, you're a teacher.
That's right, yeah.
So how are you going to fit your teaching and all this Face of Ireland duties you're going to have to do for next year?
Yeah, well, you know, I think it's an excellent opportunity, Angie, to kind of, you know, promote education and the importance of it now. So I'm definitely going to try and use the opportunities that arise from this to do as much as I can to promote education and stuff like that. I just graduated in May, so I was looking for teaching jobs, as are, I mean, a lot of graduates at the moment, but so it's nice to have, you know, this little time. But I wasn't in a full-time teaching position at the moment, but I'm definitely going to use this opportunity to try and publicise education and promote education, access and development.
Great. And you brought your tiara. Let's have a look at the tiara that you won. Maybe just put it on there and
there we
face
go.
the camera. Lovely. Very nice.
It wasn't very graceful now on the night. It was kind of toppling to the side and stuff.
And what did you wear on the night? From a fashion point of view, tell us what you wore.
Yeah, I wore
gorgeous.
It was peachy pinky, there we go, Giovanni dress. And very lucky to have it sent over from America, from family in America. So
lovely. So you have family in America. Who's in America?
That's right. I have two of my aunties and my uncle are in America, and I'm sure they'll tune into this now.
They'll be able to watch cavantv.com on the internet.
Yeah, they were very
proud.
Are they in? They're in New York, so I mean, added bonus for them to have me then over for the St. Patrick's Day.
Have you been there before?
I have, I have.
Yeah,
so
it's a great day to be Irish. Everybody's Irish on that day.
Definitely.
And so tell us a little bit more then. You mentioned that Sky are coming. What else have you got coming up, I suppose, in terms of appearances or do you know yet?
Yeah, it's all kind of, you know, go at the moment. There's plans for an appearance, an interview with the Sunday World, interviews with different radio stations, local and national radio stations, and then I'm going to attend the People's Choice Awards as well in a couple of weeks' time as well. So a lot of different events up and coming, and you know, if there's anybody watching or listening out there and you think there's something that you'd like me to do for their business or to promote Cavan in any way, tourism wise, definitely don't hesitate to contact. I'd love to get involved as much as possible. I want to make the most of this to kind of, you know, give a good boost to the local and to the local community as well. Because
and do you have any ideas then for the gathering for next year?
I think we could definitely build on the momentum of the Cavan the Flas over the last 3 years. I mean, they were absolutely phenomenal success. So I think, you know, and definitely having family from America and being in Washington DC, a lot of different contacts I made over there during the summer. So I'll definitely try and
was that in the White House that you did the internship?
No, it was in the Department of Education. So and I worked.
Did you meet anybody famous?
I did.
Or any big names? You want to drop a few names?
It was I actually met the secretary to Hillary Clinton. So he came and spoke, and a lot of different influential people. But I think my biggest claim to fame was when the Secretary of Education said, you know, oh, thanks very much there, Anita, well done, good work today. So event we organised, and actually I met Miss America, so that was, you know, that was a big thing.
Great. So you've got a contact there, so maybe we could even get her on the Fashion and Lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be a nice one to get Miss America.
Yeah.
And how did you get into the internship? I mean, what's the process for that?
It's actually it's called the Washington Ireland programme, and basically 30 students, graduates or students, university students, are chosen from north and south to go to Washington DC during the summer, and they're from all different backgrounds. It's kind of a cross-border element to the programme to work together to overcome any differences that there may be, and to talk about what kind of future we want for Ireland and Northern Ireland. You know, peace and stability and prosperity for businesses to work together and for us to really get on. And that was one element of it. And then the other element was then our internships related to our disciplines. So it was absolutely fantastic experience. It really, really was, and I definitely, you know, promote it and sell it to all university students to go out there and apply for it. 2 months.
Only 2 months. Okay. So would you like to have stayed?
Oh, absolutely love to, Angie. Washington's a beautiful city. It's so much to do and so much to see. It's
great
excellent.
experience to actually be over there and have your foot in the door even for 2 months.
Definitely.
Great. And then you're from Drung, as we mentioned before, so tell us about Drung.
Oh,
Enough about Washington. Tell us about Drung.
No,
how did your neighbours and friends and family receive you when you came back? I know you haven't officially had your homecoming of the Sky or coming this weekend, but did many travel up to Dublin to the Red Cow?
Yeah, they did. Aunties and uncles and mum and dad and friends, and it was absolutely brilliant. And then getting the calls then from the aunties and uncles in America when I was there, it was such a proud moment. It really was, Angie. I think probably one of the highlights so far was I went into my primary school, St Mary's National School in Drung, yesterday, and I went and I wore my sash and I wore the tiara, and they were just so proud, just so happy, and I was just so proud to be back in, the school that I went to, and the community that I come from, and just see those happy faces, and it's really given, I think it's really given the community a lift. And I mean, to have Sky coming on Sunday is huge, so it's great. It's absolutely great community.
Great. And are there any sponsors or anybody that you want to mention?
Yeah, I really like to thank my sponsors, Revise.ie, who I actually I work for. It's a supervised study school just outside Cavan Town, and providing supervised study and revision courses and grinds. I'd also like to thank E&M Stores in Catil, who provided my tugs, or not my tugs, but my escorts tugs. And also Glamour Salon, Catherine O'Donnell, who was very, very, very good to me. She was absolutely wonderful with the hair and makeup and spray tans and all the rest of those little bits and pieces. She was brilliant, and I'd recommend her to all the girls.
And very quickly, you mentioned an escort.
I did.
Now, just tell us about him very quickly. We better mention the poor escort.
I better mention him, no. I'll give a very, very special mention to him. Is my boyfriend, Dara Quinn, who was absolutely wonderful support, always has been in everything I do. And he was great on the night. So carrying around the handbag and everything.
Great,
so,
they get all the dirty jobs.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well, I'm sure they enjoy it anyway. And just tell us then quickly, Anita, to finish up, how do girls enter the competition for next year? Okay,
so they can log into faceofireland.com and they can get all the details on there. They can also, I'd like to also encourage people they can follow me throughout the year on Facebook, just at Face of Ireland on Facebook, and I'll be updating and letting everybody know about the upcoming events and different things that I'm doing.
Great. Okay, so faceofireland.com.
Yeah, faceofireland.com, yes.
Anita, thanks very much. You've loads of energy. I'm sure you'll do a great job over the next year. And congratulations again on your win.
Thanks very much.
Well, I'm afraid that's all we have time for tonight on Fashion and Lifestyle. We could still talk away to Anita here for another while. I hope you enjoyed the programme, and I want to thank my guests for coming in. Anita Brady, Face of Ireland, and also Jennifer Rinn from Jennifer Rinn Designs. And again, if there's any topics or events you'd like us to feature on the programme, you can email us at drumlinmedia@gmail.com. That's drumlinmedia@gmail.com. So see you next time on Fashion and Lifestyle.